I warned. I warned only, what, barely a week ago now. I warned barely a week ago we were going to see more of this. What are we talking about? Artificial intelligence using audio, or in this case, actual audio of Sadiq Khan to create what is essentially a deep fake of saying something he never said. And the thing is, with public officials, there is a ton of audio out for them to use. We saw this with Keir Starmer during the Labour conference. There was an attempt to do that to Keir Starmer. And luckily, it does seem that there was a push to say, hey, you shouldn't be doing this, by all parties, quite luckily. Although, if it was a general election, I don't know, as we say, will the Tories sort of be that charitable during a general election? We'll see. But yeah, this has happened again. And this is something we need to take really incredibly seriously, because this can cause problems on a massive scale. And most of this, of course, comes from sort of social media. And in many cases, it comes from the far right because, well, the far right isn't the biggest fans of Sadiq Khan. I think you can guess why, for obvious reasons. But Khan has already come out, and his office has indeed come out saying, no, this is just an AI deep fake. And I'm really glad about this. They are getting the Met Police to investigate. Will they be able to find the culprit? Who knows? But this does send, and should send, a strong message that this type of stuff should not be tolerated. Because it just shouldn't be tolerated in any decent, well, democracy at the end of the day. And these phrases, and we'll get into some of the things that were put in this audio, some of these specific references, one of the references in particular to the Million Man March refers to an American march that took place in like the 1990s. So that's even more suspicious that they have used specifically an American phrase. And one of the things that we have seen quite increasingly a lot from conferences to dark money is that far right money from America flowing over here into the UK to affect our politics. This is something we should take incredibly seriously. Because remember, when Roe v. Wade got overturned, a week later, well, I think it was barely a week later, you had a Tory MP stand up and say, oh, yes, maybe we should also be re-examining our, abortion laws. And also, money flowing into Ireland as well. Because it wasn't that too long ago that Ireland overturned their abortion ban through a referendum. And you may remember we talked a while ago about could there be a resurgent far-right movement be started in Ireland through Catholic through Catholic conservatism? You know, this is why you should always be vigilant for these types of things. And I think it is well worth spreading the news that this audio you are hearing of Sadiq Khan discussing Armistice is not only fake, but it is very, very clearly coming from the far right for one reason and one reason alone, is to stoke up hatred against Sadiq Khan and ultimately, well, Islamophobia. Because the far right, especially in the UK, have always used the excuse that, quote, those people don't like Armistice Day. they want to, quote, ban it. There is always some story that circulates, always some story that circulates pre Armistice Day amongst the far right in the UK that some Muslim group is about to sort of launch a campaign to ban Armistice Day. Again, it's not true. It's never happened. There is no such group in existence that wants to do that. But this is what they want. This is what they want to whip up. And of course, it should be obvious. So we're going to just go through some of the things that this article discussed, because I think it's well worth bringing up. So one of these simulated audio clips, which is circulating on TikTok, begins, "I don't give a flying shit about Remembrance Weekend," with the anonymous poster asking if this is AI or real, in an effort to provoke debate. The mayor's office believes that this audio clip was generated by artificial intelligence software and are now keen to publicise that before the marches due to take place in London this weekend, that the public will recognise them as fake. And that is a good move. That is a very, very good move. And this is the one that I've said the language that gets used in this one. So the other one says, what's important and paramount is that the 1 million man Palestinian march takes place on Saturday. The clip continues. Again, million man march was not anything that's ever happened in the UK. That was in reference to a march that took place in the 90s in America, which leads me to believe this was clearly done by someone from there. That's generally what I do believe. And of course, who was sharing these accounts? Well, you've got another one. A second fake clip shared by an account called EDL Worcester. So, Tommy Robinson link potentially there. Among many others, begins with the fake Khan asserting his authority over the Met Police before making an unlikely suggestion that the Armistice Day commemorations be postponed. The fake Khan says, "I know we have Armistice Day on Saturday, but why should Londoners cancel the Palestinian March on Saturday? Why don't they have Remembrance Weekend next weekend? What's happening in Gaza is much bigger than this weekend, and it's current." Like I say, why? Sadiq Khan would never say something like that. No UK politician would ever, ever say something like that, regardless whatever side they're on. This, once again, I want to reiterate, is clearly a deep fake being spread by the far right because, well, as it says, as someone says here, please everybody repost this, get him out. They do not like Sadiq Khan. They've never liked Sadiq Khan. They want to get rid of him. And if you remember, if you go back far enough and you remember his first time, Sadiq Khan was standing, there was a lot of clamor from the far right saying, "Oh, you don't understand. If Sadiq Khan gets in, he's going to bring in Sharia law to London." Sadiq Khan has been in over a decade now and has never done anything like that. So, yeah, we all know where this is coming from. This is coming from the far right. Like I say, if you do see these clips, or you do see someone sharing them, please point out to them that those clips are clearly faked. They are deep faked. That the London Mayor's office, I think, has I think they've put out a statement on their social medias, so you can direct them to that. But yeah, these Sadiq Khan clips have been clearly faked. They've been done expressly to spread Islamophobia because the far right in the UK hates Sadiq Khan with a passion. Again, you can guess why. But yeah, this is really bad, and it's something that honestly we need to take seriously and something that we should tackle. So, and to be honest, I don't know how you solve something like this. I really don't know how you solve something like this. Um, you know, the classic Terry Pratchett quote comes to mind. A lie can get halfway around the world before the truth can get its boots on. Um, once stuff like this out there is released, it can be hard to sort of uh, put it down and catch up to it. Um, so please do be aware of these clips floating around this weekend. And if you do see someone sharing it, then please do uh, show them that this is fake and that this has been used AI, and point them towards the London Mayor's office and their posts saying these posts are clearly fake. Um, it does a service. So think of this as a public service announcement, just spreading, of course, this news. So, as always, thank you very much, of course, for watching. And of course, as always, we'll see you all next time.